Hi, amazing teachers. This is your last lesson for December, and we hope you had a wonderful and peaceful and joy-filled Christmas. This is your lesson for December 29th and the 30th, and today we're going to be having, or this weekend, we're going to be having a Winter Wonderland party. So it's a little bit different. Your lesson looks a little bit different, and your structure is going to look a little different. So the opening activity is you have a bunch of cardstock cards, and you may have some stickers and some markers, and the idea is just that we want our kids to be ushered into a state of thankfulness, and so we're certain that they have somebody to be thankful for this Christmas season. Maybe it was a gift they got, maybe it was somebody came to a recital that they appreciated, and so we'll just spend some time thinking about the things we've been thankful for and writing thank you cards for somebody in our life. And then we're going to go into story time, and story time is a little different this week. We are not actually telling a story, we're doing a giant review game. And so you'll be reviewing essentially the life of Moses, and a little bit of Jesus sprinkled in there too. And so you're doing it this week with a Wheel of Fortune. So you have, I think, 9 or 10 different story clues. And the way we're going to do this is a little different than most Wheel of Fortune. So you'll play the Wheel of Fortune game just like you would play Wheel of Fortune, but before a child can spin the wheel, he needs to answer a question. And so you'll have the rules for both the Wheel of Fortune game as well as a listing of 40 different questions for over the last couple of weeks. So you can kind of just ask a question, and the kid can spin a wheel, and then their team gets to get a number or letter, and then hopefully they'll be able to solve the puzzles. And the puzzles have everything to do with the story of Moses. And then when you go back into small group time, we're going to actually have stations where you can kind of decide. If you have a very small group, you can just do this whole thing together. If you have a larger group of kids, you can separate them into 2 groups and do 2 separate stations. One of the stations you're going to be making your own snow, and so you have this little listing of how to make the snow. Essentially, it's really simple. It's baking soda and conditioner, and so each kid will have a little thing like this, and essentially it is a like a 6-to-1 ratio. So you put just a tiny little bit of you put it's more baking soda and less conditioner. So you put a little bit of baking soda in here and put about a 1/6 of the amount of baking soda of conditioner in, and then just let them kind of play with it and stir it up. And if they need more conditioner, they can add a little more conditioner. But essentially, they'll be making their own snow in these little take-home cups. And then the other station is a game called Roll a Snowman. So you'll have the instructions here, and essentially what you'll do is you'll use the little dice from your game box in your classroom, and you'll have the children roll. You only need 1 die, and so if they roll a 1, they get to build a top hat. If they roll a 2, they get to have the middle ball. And essentially, whichever child builds their snowman first wins. But if you have time, then just keep rolling until you build a snowman. And you have different size circles. You have things to cut out noses. You have things to cut out top hats, and things to cut out their arms. And so you'll just be making snowmen for them to take home. So that is your week. You do not have a take-home sheet this week, so you won't see it, so don't be looking for it. And other than that, it's just going to be a fun party, just to enjoy all that we've learned this season, and just to rejoice in God's Word and where we've come so far. So thank you guys so much for all that you do. Thank you for an incredible year of serving these kids towards Christ, and we hope you have an incredible new year, and we'll see you next month.